I'm proud to be partnering with my very good friend Lee Greenwood, who doesn't love his song, God Bless the USA, in connection with promoting the God Bless the USA Bible. This Bible is the King James Version and also includes our founding father documents, yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day, very hard, to keep Americans protected. Also, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance are all part of this God Bless the USA Bible, and it's just very important and very important to me. I want to have a lot of people have it. You have to have it for your heart, for your soul. Many of you have never read them and don't know the liberties and rights you have as Americans and how you are being threatened to lose those rights. It's happening all the time. It's a very sad thing that's going on in our country, but we're going to get it turned around. Religion and Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country, and I truly believe that we need to bring them back, and we have to bring them back fast. I think it's one of the biggest problems we have. That's why our country is going haywire. We've lost religion in our country. All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of people's favorite book. This Bible is a reminder that the biggest thing we have to bring back America and to make America great again is our religion. Religion is so important. It's so missing, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong, just like our country is going to come back strong. In the end, we do not answer to bureaucrats in Washington. We answer to God in heaven. Christians are under siege. We must protect content that is pro-God. We love God, and we have to protect anything that is pro-God. We must defend God in the public square and not allow the media or the left-wing groups to silence, censor, or discriminate against us. We have to bring Christianity back into our lives and back into what will be again a great nation. Our founding fathers did a tremendous thing when they built America on Judeo-Christian values. Now that foundation is under attack, perhaps as never before. What can we do? Stand up, speak out, and pray that God will bless America again. I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again. Pray, get educated, get motivated, and stand with me and the legions of Americans asking God to bless our great nation, to bring our great nation back, and to make America great again. I'm proud to partner with Lee in this offering. He's a very special man, both as a talent, but maybe even more so as a human being. He's very, very special. And I think you all should get a copy of God Bless the USA Bible now and help spread our Christian values with others. There you have it. Let's make America pray again. God bless you, and God bless the USA.
Dr. Anthony Harper, you're blessed to be with Mr. Lee Greenwood, the famous song, God Bless the USA. Thank you, Mr. Greenwood, for joining me today.
You're welcome. Happy 4th of July weekend.
It is a very special time, and I and a lot of our audience are praying that America will be great again in honoring God. And so this is a very special time. Wanted to have you share with our audience about how you came into the music industry. And then I also wanted to ask you about the God Bless You USA song.
My father joined the Navy right after the bombing of Pearl Harbor in 1941. I was born in 1942 while he was deployed. 4 years in the Navy, 2 years in the Merchant Marine. I don't believe my mother understood his commitment to the country, and she had 2 young children to raise, so they were divorced. With my mother going in and out of marriages and being a musician herself, it was difficult for her to watch over the kids. So she sent me and my sister to my grandparents' farm in Sacramento, California, where I was raised. It was a sharecropper's farm. We had a little piano in the add-on building of our trailer. And even though I didn't see my mother or father much, I instinctively wanted to play the piano. And I did. Music came very easy. In my early preteen years, I was already singing in the First Baptist Church, learning about harmony and learning about Christ. I don't know that faith was so important to me in my early years, but I do know that music was. And so I sang all kinds of music, and I went to As soon as I graduated high school, I went to Nevada, where the casinos provided me a great living. I learned more about my trade. I worked alongside of some of the greatest artists of my time. And then I got my national career in Nashville, Tennessee in 1979, and I moved there, and I've lived in Tennessee ever since now, producing more than 36 albums, and as you know, a myriad of hits, including my signature song, God Bless the USA.
Well, it's very special memories and your experience, and especially I think about in light of God Bless the USA song, and there's a God Bless the USA Bible. Let our audience please let us know about how that came about and your involvement with President Trump on the matter.
We felt it was important because our early settlers came here not to escape religion. They came and brought their religion. They didn't want to be told what religion to pray with. And so those documents that formed our country, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Bill of Rights, I thought were extremely important. And if you pair them with a Bible, which we have done, and include the Pledge of Allegiance, which came later to the flag, and my signature song, chorus, God Bless the USA, we brought a King James version of the Bible, wrapped it in a beautiful leather cover, and put those documents in the back of the Bible. It has been widely accepted. It is called God Bless the USA Bible and can be purchased at godblesstheusabible.com.
Okay, how did you get involved with President Trump on this matter?
Well, my involvement with the president, of course, is not about the Bible, and it's about his campaign, and I'm a conservative Christian, and I thought that's important. So when the president started using my song in his campaign, I was thrilled and pleased because I believe that's the right thing to do. I sang for him many times on stage, and my promotion of the God Bless USA Bible is totally separate of what President Trump has with the Bible company. And so I'm happy that he does that, and I'm happy that he tells the nation that he has faith and believes in God. So that has really been an important factor.
I know there has been some controversy about President Trump's involvement with the Bible, and how would you address those people that had some concerns about that?
I think it seems to me that a lot of people have reservation about him selling something. With all of the indictments meant against the president and meant to weaken him financially, I think he has the right to make money any way he wants to as long as it's legal. And the production of the Bible afforded him a chance to also make his deal with the Bible company. And I think that's a totally good thing. It's a win-win.
Okay. Now, the God Bless the USA song, what led up to that? How were you inspired to do that?
Well, I wrote it in 1983, and I was touring very heavily, every doghouse, outhouse, and roundhouse in America. I signed at MCA Records in 1979 and started producing albums. I just had an inspiration one night in my bus as I was touring the country to write the song, and I got most of it done in one night. And then took it to my producer, Jerry Crutchfield, who is not with us anymore, bless his heart. And we produced it in the studio in Nashville, Tennessee, and included it on the album in 1985 called You've Got a Good Love Coming. That was the first album it was ever on. There have been 4 versions of it since then. And in 2020, during the pandemic, the a cappella group Home Free and I and the United States Air Force Singers sang another version of it, and it's spectacular.
Very special memories and your experience with music. So Nashville, Tennessee seems to be a happening place for a lot of musicians. So what do you say the main attraction to a lot of musicians to Nashville, Tennessee is? Is it the Grand Ole Opry? Is it a lot more than that?
Oh, it's a lot more than that. I think It's an easier entrance into a musical career than it would be in Los Angeles or New York or Minnesota or Miami. You have to be good, you have to be talented, and it would be great if you were a writer. And I think that's what it is on Music Row. It's filled with great writers. And most of the songs that I recorded were written by someone else. This great catch of writers that write music, and you got to remember, country music are stories. There are stories about real life, and there is some triteness to some of them, but most of them are quite true about how we live our lives and how to be happy. Now there's some sad songs, but a lot of them that I had were about crisis in life and torn emotions. But we had some happy songs too, but they're all very well written.
Very, very special experiences there in Nashville, Tennessee. And were you ever on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry there?
Many times. And as a matter of fact, coming up on the 19th of August, we have a special show on the stage of the Opry, which we're going to award more than one home to a wounded warrior. And it's kind of a surprise, but we're going to give several of them at the same time to these men and women who have sacrificed so very much for our freedom.
Okay. And I'm just thinking about, for our audience who might want to know more about your Christian faith, how that has played a role in your music there.
I think the roots of my Christian faith comes from years and years of understanding that God has a direction for people if you just listen. When I wrote the song, God Bless the USA, I intentionally put God first. And I think as you hear the songs of America's history, God Bless America, America the Beautiful, you're always talking about how God has his hand on this country. And I believe that my penning of God Bless the USA, which is now a modern day anthem, which stands next to the national anthem as well as the most popular song ever in America's history, is evidence that my faith played a part in my music, all of the performances I have across America, and this 4th of July, I will be all over the country, by the way.
Will you be seeing President Trump anytime soon?
Probably at the RNC in Milwaukee.
Okay. Now, I think about President Lincoln, about his solution for America, where he said in a proclamation appointing a national fast day, America's forgotten God. I don't know if you have read Lincoln's proclamation, if President Trump has read that, but that's gotten a lot of attention. What would you say to the most popular president probably ever is President Lincoln and his calls to repentance?
America has not forgotten God. I believe the media and broadcast platforms like TikTok and others have such leniency about morals. I believe that that's the erosion of our faith. But I believe most of the people have not forgotten God, nor that faith is important. If we live our daily lives, you'll find that to be true in everyone we meet and everyone we talk to.
I know President Trump is really concerned about America not being great enough, that we're really in peril. So what you're saying, and I know President Trump is saying, that we need to honor God in every way, and America will not be great without God, from my understanding, right?
Well, the MAGA movement, Make America Great Again, I believe is such a good phrase, but it makes more reference to the defense of our country than it is about faith. The immigration, illegal immigration that's running over our border by the millions has to stop. We can't be a sovereign nation to decide how we want to live if we don't stop illegal immigration. This country has no sovereignty otherwise. And I believe the MAGA movement is more about that. But as you heard President Trump also promoting the God Bless the USA Bible, he's made the statement from his own personal belief that faith is important.
Okay. Well, I thank you for sharing with our audience about these matters. And the website, again, for people to learn more about God Bless the USA Bible and your music there.
Yes, you can go to my website, leegreenwood.com, and click on either tab, and that is the discography that we have and many of the things that we support, including the Bible, which would be GodBlessTheUSA Bible.com. So if you go to that website, you'll also be able to find it.